Hello. How you guys doing? Good evening. Hello, hello. How's your week been? Bridgewater, Jojo, hello. So I did a little bit of work on the disassembler stuff. Broken things. I've broken things. But in the pursuit of making it better, so it's whatever. I have started to look at the study box script stuff to see if I could make enough sense of it to fold into the disassembler project. Mainly because I'm unsure of how I'm handling some of that stuff. The versatility, that's not the right word. The ability to add other architectures, basically, right? And I don't know. I'm not sure my initial idea for that is really going to work out very well for the study box stuff. The study box script, rather. So what I've been doing the past day or so, if that, was go to where, hey, on, welcome. Was right here where I have one of the scripts this disassembled, right? And I'm basically reorganizing that into like pseudocode, right? Thinking how I want to represent it, right? And like a disassembly is really straightforward, but because it's all like stack based, right? Like a bunch of these things have like arguments essentially, right? And a bunch of them like feed into one of the arguments, basically. Like the output of this negate right here becomes an argument into like draw meta sprite, for instance, right? And I crazy. My boss brought up AI bullshit again, and I fucking zoned out at the rest of that meeting. I just eyes glazed over, and I honestly started hand typing this shit just to see, you know, how I felt about it. Oh, I know you guys don't like it, don't like hearing about it. I'm like, yeah, I don't. So I'm just gonna, I'm mentally gone now. Goodbye. So. Yeah. I'm pushing a lot of bullshit at work, and I just don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. We'll see how much longer I'm there. Uh-oh. So yeah, so I was looking at like how to like organize this stuff, right? And I thought like I might, or format it rather, how I would format it syntactically, how I would want this script to look, right? And the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, a straight disassembly won't get me to something that I am happy with. I don't think. Because what I was thinking, well, what I ended up like, you know, the syntax I ended up liking more is a decompilation, not really a disassembly. right? For like, so stuff like this, that's like two instructions essentially, right? So it pushes something up, pops it into a var, right? Assignment there. The path to Ghidra, yeah. So I don't think I'm gonna be doing this really. Oh boy. I probably this to cover. I have classification not English. Okay, numerous errors the last 6 weeks. Jesus. How do we figure out what was causing the network drops? Look at 500 errors. Look at the logs, maybe. I gave back the most generic network diagnosis. Yeah. I called coworker and like, okay, come back. BS. Already done. BS. Yeah. My boss is drinking the Kool-Aid pretty hard with different shit, while completely ignoring shit that I give a shit about. Check steps in cloud fair. Yeah. Like there's some stuff where it like, oh, it found out this error that we were having, and you know, it figured out the bug. And you know, these guys were trying for a while to figure out where the bug was in this, and they couldn't do it, and the AI did it. And I'm like, okay, if it's the software devs that I think of, yeah, no wonder they couldn't find it. They can't fucking read. Like, all right, you're asking the wrong people to figure this shit out in the first place. So like, no wonder it does a better job. It rolls the dice and guesses right. All right, cool. But yeah, so there he's probably gonna start pushing that where I am, and I hate that. 30 months. Holy shit. That's the kind of score that's the only one who get out test in school. That's a terrible score. Good God. Coding was separating teams that were using AI, and so I so badly wanted to put in the company chat. Maybe if AI could help those developers not lose clients, so we could keep our full bonuses. Ooh. Oh, 30 stream streak. Excuse me. I misread. I can barely read, but you knew that. Yeah, so those teams lost 2 big clients. Ooh. Yeah, so my boss is crawling up my ass about moving some bullshit down to Florida, but it's the big bank's PLB program, right? And he's wondering why it's taking so long. And I'm like, buddy, this has so many goddamn moving parts, and you want this done yesterday? Go fuck yourself. And then I find out, like, there's this one printer software bullshit, Q software, right? It's got two pieces of software, one admin interface and one like user interface. The user interface is what the production crew is supposed to be using, right? To send jobs to here or there. But in Florida, they're using the admin interface, and that only has one license. So I can't get into the fucking admin interface without kicking them off. So I told my boss point blank today, next week, if I need to get in there, I am kicking them off. Full stop. They need to get the fuck off of it. Like, I will kick them off, especially if you want this shit done next week. I am going to kick them off frequently. Reference Adon, welcome. Let's put more pressure on my team to make our client happy so they don't leave. Oh my God. I was getting a 30 on a test, company and throwing it over her shoulder and hitting the romantic interest. Ah, got it. Yeah. Another one. Yeah. On the subject of you know, not making a client angry. One of the CRs are like, hey, this customer's only getting 10 samples. 10 sequences in the sample. We need to up that. And I'm like, that's probably not going to be easy. Because again, it's a full PLB program. I look at it, it's not. It's not just like, oh, count to 10 or whatever. It's, we're going to find 10 member numbers, accounts, whatever the hell, in the data that they're sending us. They only send 15 to start with. And then handle each and every one of those numbers explicitly and separately in the code. I wrote back to her and going, no, we're not doing this. Well, the customer loses. I don't care. Brought it to my boss. I'm like, hey, so you're talking about, getting stuff off my plate? Move this. You've been talking about rewriting this program. Rewrite this fucking program. Like, now. I don't want to touch it. So, thankfully, we're on the same page there. Just tried to make me give them my Face ID. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, that fucking Face ID bullshit. The ID stuff. Apparently, someone did some digging, and is basically just Facebook behind a bunch of various lobbying groups. Facebook is pushing it. So another reason to burn down their headquarters, just to add to the list of bullshit. Those fuckers. What? Something stupid like that. Yeah, some stupid amount of money. Yeah, just so you can't use Linux in the state of California. Yeah. The future looks bleak, From my point of view, it looks fucking bleak. I don't want off this wild ride. Anyways, we're not doing that. Yes, let's see. I want to have a look at... Not that one, this guy here. Edifice, how you doing? Welcome. Because of someone making a video denouncing the child. Roblox needs to die too. That's another one. So they're punishing CEOs for enabling all that. They punish the users who have nothing to do with this. Yeah. We need to eat the rich. Yeah, so I've been trying to move a bunch of stuff around with this formatter here, right? So this is a bunch of new code that I've got that I wrote. This is the old code that does stuff terribly. I'm trying to fix that with this here, this code up here. Yeah, that's the California thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's the California thing I mentioned. But yeah, so for this, having the... Yeah, putting a lot of the comment and label stuff over here kind of defeats the purpose of having a lot of it over here, right? If I'm just going to have this do all the formatting for it, right? Yes, again. And then in here, and then... I don't know if I showed this before, but I think I did this past week, actually. I reorganized a bunch of the instruction stuff. So I have its own like decoder that actually decodes everything, right? I think I did some of this on stream. Never mind. I think I did some of this on stream. Yeah. But so I was trying out some things with handling like the intra instruction labels, the inner labels, right? Where labels like pointing to an argument, right? Because I have it right now. I've got it in the calling context in the formatter. I was trying that out in basically this here, and I wasn't working very well. I thought about having like a render function that renders out everything to basically an array, right? and then every call to this would essentially just be returning part of that array. But then I'd have to change this to pass in the label manager to line count of all things, because that's the first thing that's called for each of these, right? Unless I just expose render. And then I thought maybe that, like, okay, so the reason I would want the formatter to be separate from all the other code is, you know, to separate out like the actual instruction and any comments in it, right? Or any like label that, you know, is for the whole block or some shit. So I did think about, oh, I deleted it, didn't I? I deleted it. Alright. Yeah, I thought about basically just returning like that as a structure, right? Where it had the instruction and then like an inline comment field. And did I really get rid of that? I thought I had that somewhere. That's not it. No, 'cause it wasn't this. I thought I did. Maybe not. No, this is all the output stuff. That's all the output specific stuff. I ain't nothing like that. Decoder. Yeah, this set bank stuff is in the news right now. I forget why I added that. Group passwords of the Constitution. What? I don't think I've heard of that approach. Or if I have, I don't know it by that phrase. No. But yeah, so this is part of why I wanted to try getting the StudyBox script implemented as well, because then it might help me decide what I want where, you know? Oh, think of the children. Oh. No, clearly they've been thinking too much of the children. Hence the files they don't want to release. So. But yeah, so I don't know. So this kind of works. I don't have inline what is it, the inline comments. I don't have those working right now, so I rewrote the formatter. So inline comments do not work, but block comments do, as well as the inner labels, right? These are working. As well as parameters, inline parameters, kind of. It doesn't do the stride at all, because I just make it look like that's a what's it, a fucking data block. Which is probably gonna bite me in the ass, honestly. Yeah. Britt, hey, no, welcome. Because I have seen in, it was either the Soseki family or in the Famicom Disk System stuff. Actually, I think it was Soseki family calling into Disk System crap, where it gave inline parameters, but like changed them directly, right? So for something like that, if I were to, you know, reference some of these, right, it'd be, you know, like param is here, or param 1, right? 2 and 3 plus 1, and then plus 2, and we'll do plus 0 just for whatever. But like this would better be would be formatted better as just hang on, like byte 01, and then byte 02, and then byte 03, right? Right? And this would work with just the what's it, the data blocks, right? So like, how you doing? So I might have to do a few more passes for different things. That's what I'm getting at, I guess. So the thing about the replacing live actors and real sets in ads with AI leads to a massive drop in effectiveness. Gen Z can spot lazy AI images and it's hurting conversion rates. Conversion. New consumer trust report came out. 78% of Gen Z can identify AI-generated images and will scroll past them. Been running ads for an apparel brand targeting 18 to 25-year-olds. Our CTR dropped 40% after we switched to AI-generated lifestyle shots. Ooh. The images look fine to me. Models wearing the clothes, decent lighting, no obvious errors, but apparently Gen Z can tell. Honestly, I've started to pick up on the obvious, like, AI aesthetic, if that makes any sense. Yeah. And some of it's like I don't know if I'm going crazy, right? Because now I'm like suspecting too much, or being suspect of too much shit, right? I don't know. But I've been able to pick out a lot of stuff like pretty quickly, and it takes a minute for me to confirm it, right? But you know, so I believe this. Went back to real product photos and performance recovered. Not fully, but better than the AI stuff. Before I mentioned things like lighting inconsistencies and unnatural shadows, yeah, stuff that's not obvious unless you're looking for it. Just probably work for some audiences, but not others. Older demographics might not notice or care as much. No. Yeah, that's the uncanny valley that I can see, right? So in the past, when people have, when someone's told me, oh, that's all like too uncanny valley for me with the like the Boston Dynamics stuff and like the earlier attempts at like a realistic looking humanoid android robot thing, right? They're like, oh, that's uncanny valley. And I'm like, not really. It looks like a robot to me. Like, it don't look real to me. Like, that's not uncanny valley, right? But then I see like some of the shit that AI vomits out, and I go, oh no, that's uncanny valley. That's what that is, right? Oh yeah, and yeah, people constantly suspecting things and going on witch hunts for AI is certainly hurting things. Absolutely. And I've seen it happen where an artist's old work is suspected of being AI because the models were trained on their work. You know? Yeah. That's probably because Gen Z more than anyone grew up on video games. Yeah. Yeah, so they know it's not that they necessarily consciously know what to look for, but like on a more subconscious level, right? They can differentiate, oh no, that's generated, that ain't real. Right? Also reminds me of that one company that realized that their AI metrics collection was made up data. That looks like a game. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that looks like a game. That doesn't look real. No. Yeah. I 100% see that. 100%. Yeah, the human subconscious is a master at noticing little things. Yep. Yeah, the human brain's kind of powerful, believe it or not. The DLSS 5 fiasco. Oh yeah, the whole. Did I drop it over here? Fucking. No, I didn't. One of my favorite ones was. Hang on. Was this? This is my favorite one right here. Pattern recognition supercomputer on steroids. Oh. And I was like, wait, what? You read too fast. The instance of AI? I mean, did you? What? I don't remember where I got this one. It might have been. Someone dropped it somewhere. Yeah, you did. Okay, yeah. This is my favorite one though so far. This is my favorite one. But yeah, there's a bunch of those, and I like that one the best. I like that one the most. Right. All right. Let me go back to that. But over here. No. There it is. If you're gonna fuck off and start making graphics cards for gamers again, yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. They won't. Not soon anyway, but yeah. If only some other company would take up the slack. Screws with the inputs resulting in fucked up normals and broken subsurface scattering. Which causes the overly smooth issues. Yeah, doesn't it do some fuckery with the geometry? Wasn't that like one of the quote unquote selling points? Is it fucked with the geometry? Alright. Which one is this? This is... Okay, this is instructions. Instruction decoding. Then the NVIDIA CEO going full Principal Skinner about it? No, you're all wrong because blah, blah, blah. And the general reaction was, that's why we're right. Yeah. That's specifically the things that we're complaining about. Yeah. No, it's not a filter. It's this, that, and the other thing. It's like, yeah, that's worse, actually. Split ranges specifically. You know what I can do? I can actually just hang on. So I can just make a range for those, can't I? Yeah, okay, so... For... Here... Yeah, I think I'm just going to create another range here for the parameters. Yeah. Left pad was 10 years ago now. Talked about today, Jensen saying that if you're a 500,000 developer isn't using 250,000 worth of tokens per year, Something is wrong. He's really going to shovel salesman mode. Yeah. What happens when you live in a capitalist society with prioritizes profits? Yeah. Yeah. Jensen needs to jump off a fucking bridge. That's what he needs to do. He needs to jump off a goddamn bridge. What does that what does that return? The transition to this ASM line. There's a length in that, right? Yeah, let me try this. Let me try not doing this. Well, maybe if I return the parameter size along with the instruction. Or hang on, what if I just instead add that here? Meanwhile, I was just wondering by making sure the folks know they use human-made art for this, for the spring sale art. Yeah, we can't stop winning. Yeah, Valve winning with the strategy of do nothing and then win. I know it's not that simple, but you know. All right, so yeah, dot prime size equals that. Oh. Oh, what is all this shit? Both fucked themselves over on their own. So I don't want long instruction. I don't want that one. I do want else here. If instruction dot param length, param size greater than 0, we're just going to add that as a range. Yeah. This is probably going to break some shit, but because I'm not doing any balance checking. I'm not doing any balance checking on this for like another range. You know. Yeah. What? Yes. No. Over here. No, not that one. It's in here. So ranges. Was it bank? Right? What am I? Site. Bank config ranges. Config ranges. Wait a minute. Isn't there another? Huh? Yeah. Do I not? Wait a minute. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. That's why. Okay. Yeah. All right. Types range. This one. It's not gonna. It's not gonna have a name. It's not gonna have a comment. Address is going to be address plus instruction plus length. Size is going to be that. End is address plus instruction dot length plus the size. Stride is 8. Type is going to be range type is going to be range bytes. Range display is going to be hex. And then for I equals uint 0, I is less than that I plus plus. Bank dot ranges I plus read address equals rung. Okay, and then I need to this one I think ASM line. So I need param size. Over here I need length to not add that. And then here I need a param size. Turn 0. So that ain't gonna do anything there. Times before the Gilded Age. Not much progressivism. It was mainly the U.S. at the time, but seems to be more global this time. If an auto range or a param range overlaps a named range, would it make sense to kind of merge them and output refs like name -1? I don't know. I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So let's see what this does. Doesn't compile. All right. Unexpected name param size after top level declaration. What? Where? Coded data. It's func, not type. Undefined DI. Huh? Oh, because that needs to be... this, I think, right? Yeah. No. No. I need to add that here. The fuck you want about it? It's used. It's used a bunch. What are you going on about? Declared and not used. That's bullshit. It's the wrong scope. I need that up there. You want to type int. Okay, well. Code instruction doesn't. What do you mean it doesn't? Sure it does. Oh, because it's right. Lowercase. God fucking damn it. Let me just make that UN actually. Oh, you went on that, so I'll get rid of that over here, and then here. We'll just make that uint. That doesn't actually matter. It can't be negative anyway. Shouldn't be negative anyway. There we go. MDS Ubuntu, how you doing? Welcome. Hello. How's your day going? I mean, okay. That did work. Put the new line in a weird spot, though. I know why it did that, but that's frustrating. But it did actually do it as a range because it didn't put the data at the end there. The raw data, right? Well, depending on the stock market's market U.S. pensions are, yeah, we'll see. I think that could be a solution for similar issue we touched upon last time, where a word size variable in a word range only has a name label for the second byte of word, would avoid needing to figure out the name for the first byte. Maybe. From 3 issues and 12 lines of code. Nice. Nice. So this, that's actually, hang on, I might be able to postpone that new line, because that is done with, hang on, formatter, oop. That's done with insert new line after, this guy here. As param. Oh, that can't be like that. It's gotta be like one of those. Actually, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because the decoder is in this same namespace. Doesn't matter. The thing that creates it isn't. It's a range. Wait a minute. I don't have a way to say that that range was like auto-created. What the fuck is that new line doing in there? I don't think that's actually used, is it? Insert new line after. They're all code parsing related because we have an entire shader preprocessing system. Look at param size greater than 0 and insert new line after to postpone the new line to after the next data block. Sure, but I'm not setting new line anywhere, I don't think. I don't think I'm gonna set that anywhere. Yeah, I'm not setting that anywhere. So that just becomes false, right? And that's a architecture specific data structure, that decoded data, right? It's returning the ASM line interface. Yeah. It's not actually using that functionality, just inserting its own line as a blank second line. Well, kind of. So the decoded data isn't using that, right? But if I go over to this guy, insert new line after. Oh wait, shit. This could just hang on. If di dot what the fuck was it? Param size. Param size is greater than 0. False. See, otherwise it puts one after the jumper of the RTS. But now, what? Oh. But now it just won't have that new line in there. just remove the new line. So that's half of it. I meant calling both of those on the instruction. What do you mean? Because I mean that's used inside of the formatter. That's why that new line's there, right? So this is called over here. This is in the formatter, right? Let me do it like this. That's right before it returns. There. And the formatter doesn't have any idea of the previous or next or whatever. Well, I suppose I could put it in there because it is a state machine. Or not machine, but it does have a state. I mean, almost. It gets fucky with that. No, it does not use it does not do the looping. Although I might like just remove the formatter entirely. I don't know. Well, I mean, I could. I am keeping. That's how I'm doing this now. Is I'm keeping it as a variable because it's not just a function. It's an object, right, with a state. So if I put it in here, I can have it for the next time, which is what I just did. Where's the one with that first last new line? Where the fuck is this set? If not last new line and not f dot param. No. Why am I putting that in there? Hang on, I need to move that. That needs to move somewhere else. The old code there. That's what that is. F dot. Oh, did I put it in the wrong spot? It's the old. Where did I put that shit in there? I think I put it in the wrong spot. Ah! So many arcs. Oh. I made it worse. Cool. How the fuck did I make it worse? Damn it. I'm not setting that. Not like that. Made it less worse. Okay. Cora, how you doing? Doing that all week. I made it the worst. Yeah. How you guys doing? Welcome. So I have one little bottle of sake in the fridge that I'm really tempted to go grab. But the only reason it's still in there is because it isn't a very good one. Okay, so. How the rats... So I have 14 fucking traps set. No activity for a week. Yes, I'm making a disassembler. Yep. Every output line is written by the formatter, right? Yes. So maybe a simpler way to just have a want new line field. That makes right start by outputting a new line. Then you don't need to write that new line in multiple spots. An extra line won't have it in a file. Maybe. Well, thank you. Need a barn cat, right? Yeah. I even went and got bigger rat traps and nothing. I've got like a room that I use for storage. Thank you for the file. Appreciate that. And they got into some really old like Christmas candy or some shit that I had in there. It's fucking fudge and shit, right? Made a goddamn mess, right? Last week, after the hole had been patched, I heard them in there. So I cleaned it up, got a new trap, another trap, bought another big one, put it in there. This trap's still set. How long have I been making it? For this project, it hasn't been that long, honestly. Only 8 weeks. Yeah, so it's a 6502 disassembler. I've been on Twitch for a while. This project has only been 8 weeks. Because the other disassembler I was using got in my way too much. So I went, fine, I'll do it myself. Thank you for the file, appreciate that. But yeah, so this is a 6502 disassembler. Yeah, well, with the idea being that it's not strictly 6502. That's kind of what I'm working on right now. Is separating out the architecture specific formatting bullshit with the architecture agnostic formatting bullshit. And the only two architectures I'm working with, well, one of them 6502 assembly, and the other one is completely fucking different. And I think I want to do more of a decompiler for that one, not just a disassembler. YouTube channel name, same as here, same exact as here. And that script currently is disassembled like this down here. Yeah, the study box disassembler. Yeah. So that's part of what's over here. These are the instructions over here for the study box stuff. This is the disassembler output for that, but this is hard as shit to follow, especially in this format. And then up here is just a mock-up of what I might want that to look like. I have two separate formats. I don't like this one too much. This is more of like a direct translation with just a syntactic sugar kind of for the format. Feeling kind of like a little bit like PostScript, kind of sort of, you know. Although I guess with PostScript I'd want to do like, you know, a / or some bullshit on all of it, right? Because that's how you designate functions in PostScript, isn't it? Kind of, maybe, no. Yeah, it kind of is, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't really like this format for it, where it's like I said, just a direct translation of what the actual disassembly is. But what this stuff down here that looks nicer, like I said, is more of a decompilation than a disassembly. Because stuff like this here, well, so all this stuff is on the stack, right? All this stuff right here. But this one, yeah, it's this one. So that -1 is 2 bytes, and there's a 20 and 88 that's pushed, and then there's an entire other command, push word inline word, to get that, you know, the FFFF in there, and then it pushes a few more things to the stack, and then it calls draw metasprite. So yeah, this is its own command, its own instruction rather, right? But that's not like displayed here. And technically they're in these two as well, right? Because the high bit's set on the data it wants to use, so it has to use push word and push it. Otherwise it flags it as an instruction, right? But this is easier to read than just the list of instructions one after the other, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I think the main trick there would be how to handle calls that use values that previous call pushed. Yeah. Like the push word or the it's like push var, I think it is. Is that what it was? Push var, is that in here? Yeah, push var. What? I forget exactly how this shit works. I need like better names for these things. Uses the inline word as a pointer and pushes the byte value at that address to the stack. Yeah, okay. So that variable, yeah. Variable to stack. No. And then this one is like var at x to stack. Like that. What's that be? Yeah. Those particular aren't too bad. They're pretty well defined to translate. Yeah. Things like read mic where it's unclear exactly what it will push. Why do I not remember that? Reads the mic bit and puts it on the stack. Oh, yeah. Well, for stuff like that, like I just have that one, like, you know, if that was used like in here, right? I just put that as like read mic or some bullshit, right? I don't know. No. One file that contains all my parse tree types, nodes, and utils for running in person. 2,500 lines. That ain't bad. Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, one of the main reasons why I was trying to figure out how I want to format this was to figure out how I wanted to organize the formatter. But I kind of felt there a little bit. All right, this bullshit here. Let me also just... No, hang on. Was that really all of it? Yeah, that was all of it. Yep. I'm gonna comment out all that so I don't get myself confused on which ones I'm looking at here. Because that's only in 2 spots. But this is in a lot more spots, isn't it? Very distinct nodes. All right. Can do that as long as the instruction doesn't push to. It has to have 2 return values. Yeah. Following code uses those 2 separate calls. I don't know if that kind of thing actually happens. So something. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll have to like manually reformat a bunch of that stuff to figure out like exactly the flow for things. Like that's like the safest way to do it. You know? Just to like manually decompile it by hand. Which, ew, number one. I don't know. All right. Nope, not that. Okay, which one is it using? Okay, I didn't think that through. I didn't think that through at all. I wanted to make a disassembly, but didn't know where to start. Do you have any recommendations or what I should learn first? That's a tough one. So the reason I separating a hex dumper. There you go. Yeah, start there. Yeah. So the reason I wrote a disassembler is because I had a need to use one that wasn't ass, essentially. But to get there, I mean, I already had the experience in the assembly that I wanted to disassemble. Right? If that makes any sense. But yeah, I mean, start a hex dumper and go from there. Yeah. Target one simpler, I'd say, a simpler instruction set, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd jump right to x86. I don't think I'd do that. Maybe something in the 8-bit or 16-bit families, right? Generations. Yeah. Yeah. 6502. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. The 6502. I might, like, just for shits and giggles, I might see if I can add Z80 disassembly to this. You can get surprisingly farther with a tool that lets you dump chunks of a file as either hex or a naive disassembly. Yeah. Then post-processing that to add label references and whatnot. Yeah, with your spider web of like daisy-chained sed calls, sir. Oh. All right, can I get like a name of something? Actually, yes, I can. Format.println the fucking assembly. Right? I have that somewhere, right? No. Where? Where the fuck? God damn it. It's way the fuck down there. Well, let's do this. Line dot. Oh, Jesus. No, no. Yoink that. Pasted there. Undefined. What do you mean undefined LM? Fuck off. Is it? It's f.lm. That's what it is. That's what it is. f.lm. All right. Okay. So, can I find what a instruction jump? No. Jump instruction jump. That one. It's up here. Okay, so that's that new line. New line B. And then, so that's that one. And then JSR routine. New line B. New line. Huh? Why am I not getting the other ones in there? What? Maybe let me format this a little bit differently. Do I have an address that I've got? Yes. Okay. Looking for ADC5 or thereabouts. C2 and CE. Where the fuck did this come from? Wait, no, this one. I want D4. That's the one I want. D4 is B. Okay. So this is the one that kicks off. No comment, no last new line, and no param. But param should have been set. Right? Param was set before the byte then cleared. Set before. It's cleared right after it. Fuck! I made it worse. I fixed it! Let's go! Okay, that's what I wanted. Almost. Fuck! Wait! Ah! Now that one's kind of broken. Damn it! They're supposed to have a new line there. Wait. That's got the wrong address anyway. That needs to be CB. Not that that would change it or fix it, but... I think you want to set if param wasn't true. No, because that breaks everything even worse. Whether or not it was true. I was like, ah. No. I'm confused the shit out of myself. Well, no, no, for that I'd have to put that over here. Because I'm checking whether or not it's true here. Huh? I'm confusing the shit out of myself now. Where did I have it where I was almost working? There. Well, now oh, fucking A. No, I'm confused. I'm just making it worse. I'm just making a mess now. No, not that, you fuck. Okay, I'm gonna clear that out. I'm gonna start over. Hang on. Okay. How is this still wrong? Did I? This is a compound issue, isn't it? Hang on. Where is that? 80 CB. This one, new line B. No comment, last new line. I didn't want to comment that. Hang on. Okay. For shits, I'm going to put another one in here. What? That's going to be CE for shits and giggles. Okay, that... Sure, all right. Because I remember having one in there that didn't actually line break like it should have. Okay. Before all this, you set it by insert new line after. So if you also need it, when the parameter was true, then setting it always inside that would do that. But I guess that might not do what you actually want. What's A183 doing? Because it's got A on it. That one has a block comment. All the others... Okay, so... Hang on. Comment stuff. Okay, so this one I don't need to worry about. That's just in relation to... Well, probably. I don't know. Fuck. Oh, no, this one. This is the block comment one. Okay, so if we didn't write a comment, that's what that is. If we didn't just write a comment above, and last new line. And the last one did not do a new line. We put a comment in. But what the hell is the new line coming in then? Hang on. Because it is writing two new lines there. No, it's not. It's not now. But this one, after writing that. Okay, so... Okay. If parameter size is greater than 0, set param true. Okay. If f dot param Edinburgh, you doing? If you could try any job for 4 hours, well, I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, reset that. Yeah. Actually, I can just do a... Well, no, I'll just do it like this. Okay. Ah! God damn it. Well, that was the opposite of what I wanted, actually. So that's cool. Yeah. All right. Well. Always set that. It is something after, or f dot param. But that would have to set this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. That's better. That's what I want. Okay. Okay. Fuck. God damn. Oh. Son of a bitch. Yeah, so always reset it afterwards. And then this is what I needed to set conditionally. And I was missing half of it there. Conditions earlier, the if so, I was messing it up. Probably, yeah. 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 All right, so there's that. That's good. Oh my God. Jesus. So now I got that figured out. I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. So now the only thing to like re-add is inline comments. And that will be fucking with this shit. Yeah, so the way I had it before is I was so I have inline, well, previously I've had inline comments, multi-line and lined up, aligned, right? I'm not sure how I want to handle that. Like, do I want to just return the inline comment as a string here and factor that into the line count? Maybe. Wait, not before that actually. Hang on. Dakota data. Fuck. Throw that over there. Throw that. Throw that. Okay. Okay. Add that. Oh, I changed a lot of shit in here, didn't I? Yeah. I'm just gonna get rid of all that, I think. I'm just gonna delete that function. The commented out stuff. Goodbye. Yeah. That. Adding param size. So I added that to the type, didn't I? Thank you for the I appreciate that. AV. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna remove those AV prints as well. Yeah. I'll leave that shit commented out like that. Don't want that. Where? There it is. I don't want that. I don't want that. Now that. Still haven't added that yet. We'll add that. Why not? Okay. yeah. Commit. Fix new line. Fix missing new line after. No parameters. Moved the last new line variable into the formatter struct, so it doesn't need to be passed in to the function. Fixed. Added the missing new line after. Let me change that up. Removed parameter data from the decoded instruction and instead create a data range, a byte data range for the parameter data. This avoids duplicating the data print data formatting inside that's how you spell inside, right? Like, I'm not going insane, am I? Doesn't look right. No, okay, it is. Inside the instruction object. Instruction code. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Inline comments. How the hell do I want to do these? Like, so do I want to like let's put that in there. Wait, let me redo it. No, okay. String, not doing inline for the decoded data. Over here into here. ASM, this guy, string. And then I could do something similar to this. So, but for comment lines. Like that. If If length of di dot comment is 0 equals strings dot split inline that. Okay. If line is less than length di dot comment equals line, no, di dot comment on line. Oh, god damn it. Again with the line. Ah, fuck. No, I need to add like a prep, I think, to types ASM to this. Prep. Label manager. Okay. Func di decoded instruction. Prep lm types label manager. Yoink, paste. Do I know that? Declare not use comment. What the fuck you mean declare not use comment? Where? 100. Huh? In format. Oh, right. Right. Hang on. So I prep it first. Line count here. If len di dot comment greater than 0. Count 0. count equals. No, I don't think I care. If it's greater than 2, yoink, paste, yoink, paste. If it's greater than 1, no, it's not used, damn it. Stop that. 24. I don't have any inline comments in that though. Right. Okay. Let's not do that. What? Okay. So basically now I need another variable in there to say inline comment with, essentially. So I've got indent assembly with comment with int ASM with f dot comment with, that's going to be star s, I think. I don't think negative, because negative puts it on the other side. Do the same thing here. Star. Ooh, this one needs negative star. Indent f dot asm with comment with. The function call can be simplified a lot now that it doesn't need the doesn't do the parameters, right? Which function call? Let's just do 10. 10 for now. Or 15. Nope. Okay. 20. 20 is good. But now, make that another 20. Fuck. Gotta add that. Oh, and that just throws that all the fuck out of whack. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate that so much. I hate that so much. That's about ASM, but I think it also applies to line count. Oh, you mean like the label manager stuff? Well, I mean, it's using it. It's passing it through a bunch of stuff. Coded instruction. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. Yeah, so it still needs that label manager in there. Because it's not, I'm not using it here, sure, but I am using it down here for the actual argument string. Looking at the DI parameters and output of the byte, that inside there. Yeah, that's, oh, right, yeah, this stuff. Yeah, okay. Actually, let me go back over here to get onto the parameters. One bit it would have done anything with. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then this. Get rid of that. So I don't need that anymore. Yeah. Why do I do this? Why do I care? For the indent, and comment equals nothing. What? If anything, I would have expected that to not be lined up the other direction. What? Huh? God damn it. So okay, so do this. So okay, so what I'm looking at right now, by the way, that I don't like that. Right, I'm trying to get rid of that. I want to do that in the simplest way. Printf it. Fuck it. F print, not print line, but print strings dot trim right ln spaces print f dot w. Go to hell. Print F. Yeah, well, huh? Oh, right. What? That didn't even fucking fix it. Fuck. How dare. What? Full com. Yeah, so it's not doing this one, because it's not giving it the full comment. I don't need the width in that. I don't. I only needed the width on that one for the full comment shit that came after that. Because here I didn't have it for the assembly, for this line, but I had to add that for this. Okay. I'm overcomplicating shit. Left and right. Oh my god. Fuck. I'm blaming my day job for this. I'm blaming my day job for burning me the fuck out. I can't fucking think straight anymore. God damn it. Ugh. But I want to remove the parameter from line count as well. I think I did, didn't I? I thought I did. So we're still, hey, welcome. Stealth box hackery. Kind of. Did I not? Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. And let me... Ooh. What the fuck is this? Oh, this isn't even fucking used. Not doing that. Oh, because, yep. Remember why? If ln equals 0, do all that. Otherwise, do that. If ln is greater than 0, turn that. Okay, yep. Auto label? Huh? I'm already doing auto label actually. Yeah. Okay. Whoa! What the fuck? Why is it way over there? What the shit? Did I set that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's drop that down a little bit. 25? No, not quite that. Why? Oh, because the inline comment shit I don't have configurable yet. 30. That's why that shit doesn't line up. Because there's room for inline comment stuff, but... Let me add that in. I really need to figure out a better way to do this parsing and more generic or whatever. You know. Comments, window labels, these guys. Comment with. Ironically, I had one of those in there already, kind of. Oh, I need to wire that in also. DASM. Down here. Okay, now... Okay. Oh no, this actually needed to be 30, right? No, like that. That's like width versus column or some bullshit, you know? Yeah, I think I need to handle that formatting a little bit differently. Have it start at a column, at a column. And if the assembly line's too long, it'll bump it over. It won't truncate anything, it'll bump it over. I think that's what I want to do, right? I'm not doing that tonight, though. I'll figure that out some other time, I think. So much shit changed. That test data full test out 1000 look a fug. If that shit. As long as let's go use the comment space without bumping. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it as a to do for now, I think. Because that might need some further refactor bullshit. Render. Because yeah, the just giving it a width is the naive way of doing it, and the bulkier way for the output. Easier to code, but bulkier to actually use, you know? Might be a bit too tricky to do with the current code structure. I don't think it'll be too bad because it'll just go into the formatter. Basically, like just before this stuff. Instead of doing a fprint like this, I'd basically be, you know, creating a string for a given length or whatever. And then just like inserting at points of that. Kinda. I mean, it won't. So I already have everything split out, like the different parts of the line split out here. I just need to assemble them differently, right? I need to put them together and measure, or not measure, but, you know, get the lengths compared and all that kind of shit. It'll be a pain in the ass, but, you know. Actually, I could probably even put it like down here after the this if block. Yeah, because I've got roster and full comment defined up there, so I just assign them, right? And then down here, I'll check for their lengths, and if the lengths are 0, don't do anything with it, right? Oh. Yeah, I'll basically be doing like a this line equals whatever the first element is, right? Then pad that to the next element, right? Then append the next element. Then pad that to the element after that, then add that element, right? If it exists or whatever. So it's to check in between steps. Yeah, I don't think it'll be too bad. But let me finish committing some stuff here. Diff DASM. Nothing really done there. Diff formatter. A bunch of shit done here. All right. Well, what the fuck was different in here? Oh, that was the render bullshit, right? Remove unused parameter stuff and re-implement inline comments. Yeah. Unused order formatting stuff in the instruction code. Yeah, so I don't have ln anymore. Yeah, okay. ln equals that. Okay. If ASM does not equal that, do I have like a string.pad? Does that exist? Strings. No. I do have a repeat though. Plus equals. No, if, well, for this one, okay, so ln equals strings dot repeat that f dot indent plus ASM if comment does not equal that, we'll use the ASM width for this, I think. If length of ln is less than we're gonna make some new variables real quick. Come on, call int ASM call int full call int. I do the okay. I do this up top. All right, and then basically the same thing for full com. Like that. This shit. So I shouldn't have to bother with this at all. I shouldn't have to do that. No. Full call. What? Not quite. Okay. Oh, because I'm not doing the math. I need to do the subtraction. Minus length of ln. Right? That doesn't just fucking work, does it? Seen it work there. That does just work. Amazing. Okay. So yeah. Okay. It pushes it out of the way. That's fine. Panic, I guess. um but it shouldn't. 'Cause I'm doing the check immediately before it. Yeah. I check immediately before it. So that subtraction will only happen if length is less than the column. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise, that would have panicked on this one right here. Because it pushed some stuff out of the way, right? Oh. So we're good. We're fine. And we're going to go ahead and remove those. That's a little long, but verbose column. Oh. No indent. No indent. ASM column. Comment column. And verbose column. Rid of those. Nope. Nope. No. 50. ASM column and comment column is less than 0. That's going to be 20. And if g dot the verbose column is less than 0, g dot verbose column equals 30, 40. Sure. And then I need to go over to the config and parser. Indent. No longer doing indent. Case. ASM column. Or ASM call. Do those two. Oh, yep. config dot global dot comment column. You can't see what I'm doing over here. Let's get rid of to do. Put these in the config. Yeah, go away. Case comment column comment call equals num paste comment, and then I want to do verbose. And these guys are going away. Ooh, and I need to put them up here as well. Case. All of these, actually. Put that up there. Okay. Parse 21. Oh, right. I need to. Yep. ASM column -1. Comment column -1. And verbose column -1. All right. ASM call, comment call, and verbose call. Actually, let me make. Really? $20's a bit much. Okay, 20's a bit much, but good that works. That's cool. Do I have a default for verbose? I should. Yeah, that's these guys here. And then yeah, if they're less than 0, which I set them to over there. I don't. All of our stuff. Do I not do a verify on this? That could be it. No, I do. Okay. Nope. It is seeing those as defaults. I fucked up the full comments. I fucked up the comment stuff entire. Huh? How the fuck did I do that? What? Like these aren't being set or something. Yeah, those are being cleared out. Why? Comment full. Did I, huh? How the fuck? Oh. That's how. That's how.
She was impressed by the loveliness of her hair, her soft blue eyes, her delicate mouth.
What was that? Come on, width. That's not what I didn't want. Width. Comments. I want this one. No, damn it. There we go, that's better. Okay. Okay, so formatter I don't need. Okay, that comes out not good. The default stuff can go away. Okay. Much better. Much better. Okay. Okay. So now, let's go over here. So these aren't things anymore. Come on, call 20. Verbose 40, but actually we're gonna try defaults first. Okay, not quite for defaults. So let's make that 25, make this one 50. $60. That works. And the fact that it's configurable is nice, I think. Like that. I'll have a default for whatever that works for some stuff, probably, but... Oh, right, this is because I don't have the bank set up correctly. That's what that is. I don't have many inline comments here, do I? Bank 2. It's in bank 1. I got some of those in here, right? Yeah. Yeah, not terrible, but you know, that's fine. Yeah, the fact that I can configure it though is easier. I think is what's important. Yeah. Yeah. So that fallback I think works well, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm comfortable with that. Decent defaults is always nice, but configurability is very nice. Yeah, yeah, I'm happy with that. So we're gonna get rid of this like that. Okay. What's that? Okay. That diff DASM. Add those. Formatter. Yep. Add that. So that adding that was easier than I thought it would be, which is nice. Test data full test DASM configure. Types global. Taking manufacturer of a very small easy one. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. There it is better. Add that. Okay. ASM with. No, ASM call. Comment call. And propose call. All right, so column to start the instruction print out. Default is 4. Column to start the inline comments. Default is 20. Column to start the verbose comments. Address and raw bytes. Default is 40. Okay. I need to add in like that shit, the .o or some crap. I don't know. But Label column, but probably not really necessary. Do labels have to start at the beginning line? I don't think they do, but I'm not adding that one in. Yeah. For assembling a line. I think so, but I'm not sure why you want to move them in. Yeah, so when I've seen them moved in, it's been indented to show scope, right? Which I can't really do necessarily in the assembly or in the disassembly, right? Without a bunch more passes for like code analysis, essentially, right? And I'm not about to like add in like indent ranges or some bullshit like that. I'm not doing that. No, replaced. Indent. What was it? Indent something. Oh. Instruction indent. Replaced ASM with instruction or comment with and instruction indent with ASM call comment call and verbose call. They're not a minimum size. But rather start either at the configured column or after or directly after the previous field. Yeah. Your assembler is useful for sure, do the scope level thing sometimes, but for disassembly, like you said, you can't really do that, you know, without a lot of manual config work. Yeah, or some sort of, you know, heuristics or whatever, right? Which I'm not doing anyway. No. Oh, I need to add aliases to these things. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah. That's fine. If I add aliases, I gotta. Yeah. That isn't too bad. Alias of That. This one. God damn it. That's better. So I'm not sure that there's much else to fix with this, or to add, I guess, aside from other instruction sets in the full 6502 assembly, right? The unofficial opcodes is what I mean. The unofficial 6502 stuff. So I think this is mostly feature complete now. Now there are some refactoring things I still do want to do with the configuration. But that I will do, I think, outside of this project, and then like use as a library or something. I'm not gonna do that tonight though. Yeah. Basically, I want to be able to pass in structures to a library and just say, hey, parse this. And it'll parse arbitrary data. All right, but in that config format. Maybe I'll try and figure that shit out on Sunday. I don't know. I might also just go into the Citybox script on Sunday as well, this stuff. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where it ends up falling down. Needs more refactoring once you start adding more Citybox script. Yeah. Yeah, so and maybe I'll just start working on the Studybox stuff. Like, start using, or not start, but get back to, you know, using it for the disassembly and making my notes and correcting my notes and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. See the other things that I overlooked or whatever, right? Because there's probably some with like the auto labels into there's a lot of lines, goddamn, into data or something, you know. Where do I have yeah. Really, at least 4 bytes long. Yep, 4 bytes. What was that table here? Table handlers. Go in bank 1. How the fuck did I break that? I bet you just because I don't have the address stuff correct, or the bank stuff correct. Direct pointers used with a jump. Why do I have that defined twice? Huh? That's literally in there twice. That wasn't broken before. That actually worked and resolved all the labels. What the fuck? Maybe it was after I changed it to this shit. Ah, yeah, probably it is. It probably is. Well, is adders. I don't know if it's actually being hold on, hang on. Where would that be? Types, bank, ranges. No. Bank verify. Label shit there. Range verify. Okay, where does it? Doing that here. That's a range type now, though. Because it didn't do. Yeah, it's doing .byte on those. That's. Yeah, okay. Nope. Make. Okay, that was part of it. I still don't know why it's doing fucking two of them. That's fucking wrong. Okay. And then. one, this one. Okay. I still don't know why it's doing two of them, though. That ain't right. Those offsets are wrong. String argstar, no. Has some. God damn it. If does not equal type stot range bytes. No. Okay, now the what? B311. B311. Huh? What the fuck? B38F. 91. Yeah, this shouldn't be here at all. What the fuck? I am so confused. Is this the... Okay, is adders needs to go away. I need to get rid of that. Is adders, it is words. That needs to go away. That's breaking shit. Okay. 77. Um... 132. $159. The fuck? Range. DD dot type equals range addresses, and then 170.71. No, that's somewhere else. Decoder structure 602. Decoder. Son of a bitch! Oh, there it goes. There we go. Okay. Whew. Oh. That's better. Okay. Now the only thing broken is my Vim highlighting. The syntax highlighting. That's the only thing broken now. Okay. Yeah, and for the address stuff, I actually put the address at the end there. I think that what's it? Respects the stride as well. So if I have two of them on one line, for instance, I should put both of them there. It's gonna look ugly. It does respect stride. Fucking beautiful. Okay. Fucking beautiful. All right. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I don't even remember what that was verifying, honestly. And is less, huh? Yeah, whatever. Okay. Go over here, make sure I didn't break anything. Good. Sure the program doesn't panic and loop low. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna slice it for that loop. Ah, yeah. Yes, that should be fine. Oh, this is outdated. All right. Yeah, that ain't right anymore. That one should technically work. This should be fine. Fix address ranges. Address range regression. Make them print twice and be treated as byte ranges. All right. I think I'm happy with how far I've gotten tonight. Yeah. I think I'm gonna wrap up. And I don't know. Figure out something on Sunday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm happy with with what I got done tonight. So let's see if we can find somebody right real quick. Yeah, I got some progress. I wasn't expecting to get this much done tonight. I'll be honest. Especially that inline comment stuff. I wasn't expecting to actually fix that tonight. I thought it was gonna be like a much harder thing to fix, and it turns out I was wrong, which is nice sometimes, you know. You know, sometimes it's nice being wrong. Oh. We will go over here. Yeah, let's go over here. Yeah, difficulty estimation doesn't always fail in the bad direction. Yeah, yeah, it's not. It's refreshing when it fails in the more positive direction. But anyway, I'll be back on Sunday doing fucking, I don't know, more of this maybe. Something disassembly 6502, whatever the fuck adjacent, probably. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, you guys have a good night, and go through to say hi. Bye bye.